Camel Up is a 30-minute game for 2 to 8 players in which you bet on the placement of 5 camels racing around a pyramid. Take risks and make bets for each leg of the race to win big and make the most cash. Try and guess how the competition will stack up in the craziest camel race of all time. In Camel Up, the 5 camels move around the racetrack according to their numbers rolled on their die. Each camel moves once per leg. You have the opportunity to place bets for coins on who you think will be in the lead at the end of each leg, as well as who will ultimately be in either first or last place by the end of the race. You can also influence the movement of the camels with desert tiles. If a camel lands in the same space as another camel, it goes on top of the stack. When a camel moves, the camels on top of it go along for the ride. The camel at the top of the stack is considered ahead of the camels below it. At the end of the game, the player with the most coins wins. You can take one of 4 different actions on your turn. One action is to take a leg betting tile. When you do, you can take the top tile of any remaining stack and place it in front of you. If the camel of that color is in the lead at the end of the leg, you earn 5, 3, or 2 coins respectively. If that camel is in second, you earn 1 coin. Otherwise, you lose 1 coin. You can have any number of leg betting tiles, including multiples of the same color. Another action is to place your desert tile. When you do, decide if you will place it on the oasis or mirage side. If a camel stack lands on oasis, it moves forward 1 tile, and on mirage it moves backward 1 tile. Either way, you earn 1 coin if a camel lands on your desert tile. Landing on an oasis puts the camels on top of the next stack if there are any camels there, but landing on a mirage puts the camels underneath the stack of the previous space if there are any there. You can place the tile anywhere, as long as it is not in a space already with a camel or desert tile, not adjacent to another desert tile, and not on the first space. You can spend another action during this leg to move the tile somewhere else following the same rules. You can even simply flip the tile on its current space if you'd like. Another action is to roll the dice in the pyramid. When you do, take a pyramid tile. Shake the pyramid, place it upside down, and move the slider over. If done properly, 1 die will be left on the board. Move the corresponding camel the number of spaces shown. Remember to carry any camels on top of it, and place it on top of any camels on the space it arrives on. Place the die in the corresponding tent so everyone can see that the camel has already gone this leg. The final action you could take is to bet on the overall winner or loser. Secretly take the race betting card corresponding to the camel of your choice and place it in the winner or loser side. If there are already cards there, place it on top of the stack. Once you've played this card, you can't take it back. You can have multiple cards in each stack. A leg is over after the turn of the player who rolls the last camel die, at which point you begin the leg scoring round. Give the next player the leg starting player marker. Take note of which camel is in which position. Remember that camels on the top of the stack are ahead of those below them. Players now earn coins for their leg betting tiles based on the position of the camels, and they earn 1 coin per pyramid tile. Players never drop below 0 coins, and must keep their money publicly in front of them. Once players have collected or paid their money, return all the tiles to their places on the board, return the desert tiles to their players, and return the dice to the pyramid. Then continue in the next leg with the player who has the leg starting player marker. As soon as a camel crosses the finish line, the race is over. Complete a final leg scoring round. Then take the stack of cards betting on the overall winner and flip them over. The first player to have bet on the actual winner of the race earns 8 coins. The second correct bettor earns 5 coins, the third earns 3 coins, the fourth earns 2 coins, and anyone else who bet correctly earns 1 coin. Anyone with a card in this stack who bet on the wrong camel loses 1 coin. Do the same thing with the stack of cards betting on the overall loser. After all the stacks have been dealt with, the player with the most coins wins. In the case of a tie, players share in their victory. To start a game of Camel Up, place the leg betting tokens in proper order on their place on the board, as well as the 5 pyramid tiles. Place the camels in their tents. Give each player 3 coins, as well as their character's 5 race betting cards and desert tile. Pick a player to start. That player rolls all 5 dice, placing the camels in the first 3 spaces on their respective rolls. The player can choose a stack order if any camels share a space. Fill the pyramid with the dice and place it in the center of the board. We're Games Explained, and that's how to play Camel Up.